Government are going to offer us.
After years of working on the land, Stuart Brent says he has nothing to show for it. His farm was seized in 2002 during Zimbabwe's fast-track land reform program.
We exported to the UAE.
He's recently accepted a compensation payment from the government. He says it's because he is desperate.
It is very stressful to get into a situation where you can't look after your family financially. It is, I can't think of anything more stressful.
About 4,000 mainly white farmers lost land and property, often violently, during land reform. Zimbabwe's government says the compensation payments, which include treasury bonds, are favorable. They begin with a payment of about 1% of the estimated value of farmers' lands.
The payments are completely tax-free. That's important because some of the farmers, most of the farmers are actually elderly, and suddenly it wouldn't be a good idea to burden them with tax liabilities. But secondly, these bonds are also tradable easily. That's why we have offered that we'll approach the farmers to place them on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange for trading.
Dion Teron says the government's compensation is not a fair deal.
There's 300 odd, 400 odd that have signed it. They'll get a small payment of around about, I think it's even less than $10,000 initially as a once-off payment, the 1%. And then after that, they'll be issued treasury bills, which will mature over 10 years. And the big problem is there are no guarantees. If government defaults, there's nothing you can do.
Roughly 10% of white former farm owners have so far accepted the compensation payments.
They've had their 1%, and now it remains to see how they are happy with the treasury bills when they eventually get those, and whether at the time of maturity, whether the government will have US dollars to redeem the treasury bills.
The compensation payments are one of the requirements of international lenders to start a debt restructuring process. Zimbabwe cannot borrow from the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. It's been in arrears to other lenders for more than 2 decades. Zimbabwe's government says it has only agreed to compensate former farm owners for improvements made on the land, not for the land itself, saying it was stolen from Africans by colonialists. Land ownership and compensation are emotive topics in this country, going back to the era of colonization beginning in the late 1800s. And some Zimbabweans don't want the government to pay out anything to white former landowners, a view that is also fueling political divisions. Haru, Mutasa, Jazeera, Harare.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.